Hello, my name's Lewis. I'm sending you some stuff to do. So we're going to explore some things. You might discover some new ways of doing stuff. It's all about experimenting. So if something doesn't work, that doesn't really matter. You're just trying to work out how to make something that you want to make. And you're going to learn by doing. So rather than me tell you this is how you should do something, I'm going to give you some ideas. You're going to try something out and you're going to make whatever you want. So what we're going to do today is try and build an arcade game out of stuff that you have in your house. So how we'll do this, we're going to be using sustainable design to build an arcade game. The first step is to design stuff on paper. And the second one is to build from cardboard and any other recycled materials you have in your home. And after, we can think about how to build electronics into it, but don't worry about that yet. That sounds really complicated. It's not. So what is sustainable design? Sustainable design is all about using the stuff that you have around you to make something, and that can sound really complicated when people talk about recycling, but you can make anything you want out of anything you can find. So this guy, Chris Gilmore, he's an artist. He works all over the world and he builds really detailed working models of stuff out of cardboard. These are both life size, so that like dentist chair, you can actually sit in it and it's strong enough to. And he just makes it out of cardboard that he finds all over the place. So where did the inspiration for today come? You can check this out if you want on YouTube. There's a video called Kane's Arcades. Kane is a 9-year-old. He loved arcades and he started to build out of all the cardboard boxes little games to play. And he built a little basketball game. And then people would come past and ask to play. So he started charging people to play and he slowly built up all these different things. So today we're going to make arcade games, and I'm sure you can think of loads of different games. So we're going to try and make any arcade game that you can think of. So what different games are there? There's pinball. You can make really complicated ones. The one on the left with a big red arrow, you can see it's got a little pulley, a little spring that will push the marble out. But the other ones just have flippers, so you can put a marble in and flip them about, and as long as you've got a tilt on the table, it doesn't matter, it's still going to work. There's like the Japanese marble game that you drop marbles down and see what score you can get, but also the one on the right is you can put this on a table and tilt it, so you have to get a marble through the maze by tilting it. And you can make basketball games. You can make like an old skee ball game where you have to roll it up and throw it and get it into one of the different score holes. Or a two-player game. You can make table football or spinning tops to try and win, a bit like air hockey. So what you should have before we start is these Digital Creative Arcade Challenge sheets. Someone should have printed them out for you. If you don't worry. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen, and you can draw these up. So on the next slides, we're going to go on, and there's a time limit to all these. So at any point you don't have your equipment or something happens and you need to stop, just pause the video and you can carry on. But try and stick to the time limit, because what this does, it helps you get your ideas out onto paper really quickly. So the first one, step one, make sure you write your name on each sheet. You have 3 minutes to draw your perfect arcade machine in the box. Now I'm going to time this, so I'm going to play some music. So get your pen, get your paper, ready, steady, go. Now I'm going to take it that you've uploaded your photo. If you're having problems, don't worry, you can carry on and you can upload them all at the end. Take the second sheet, and this is really thinking about, you've started to design what an arcade machine looks like to you, and now you need to know, what does it need? So when you're going to build it, because we're going to build them in a minute, what are the things you need to consider? Does it have lots of buttons? Does it have a screen area? Does it have a controller for the player? Is it one player? Is it two player? Is it really small? Does it fit on a table? Or is it really big and it stands alone? So 3 minutes, sit, write down as many answers as you can about what type of game is your arcade and what does your arcade mean. You've got 3 minutes starting now. And stop. Again, take a photo of what you've just done, upload it back to the website, and upload this one to step 2, the purple one. upload that picture there. And when you're done, page 3. So this one has 4 boxes. So you've got 5 minutes now, a bit longer. And the idea is to draw 4 different ways that this arcade machine could look now. So what are the different options of how it could look? Knowing what you wanted to make and knowing all the requirements it has from step 2. So take sheet 1, take sheet 2, put them in front of you, make sure you've got some space, get the 3rd sheet right in front of you, and start drawing now. So put your pens down, take a photo of what you've just done, and again, upload it straight to here to this one here where it says upload your picture for step 3. So everyone can see them. And now hopefully we'll see a little progression. There might already be pictures up here when you come and look at it because someone might have done it before you. Or people might be doing it at the same time. So you might see people's step 1, step 2, and step 3s. Now you need to move on to finding what equipment you're going to do to build stuff with. So these are some things that I recommend you try and find. They're things that you can find all over the place. Obviously, use clean stuff. If things have come out the recycling, make sure it's wiped down. Don't use any sharp knives. Ask an adult to help you if you need to cut anything. They should help you be able to collect stuff and ask before you grab something and rip it up because it might be important to someone else. So how do you make things out of cardboard? So this sheet, I'll send a copy to you as well so you can zoom in on it, and I'll go through bits in a minute. Loads of different ways of cutting cardboard with glue, using itself, its own strength to hold together, with tape and string, zip ties like we said before, and butterfly pins like the brass fasteners here. So the flange, like you get a toilet roll and you cut a centimetre down all around the edge, then you pull those bits out and stick those down with glue, so that helps build a base. What people call an L brace, so they bend a piece of card in half, and on that bend, on the inside of the bend, they use duct tape or masking tape to stick down, and that helps hold it up a bit. Gives it a little bit of support. You might need more on the end. You can help stuff stand up together. If you get 2 pieces of card, make the 2 cuts like there, and then what they do, they turn them so the cuts go into each other, and it makes an X like that. And that makes a really good base for anything. As you can see, the tabs there, making a hole in a piece of card and making another piece stick out and then slotting that into it. That helps to stick it through, and you can reinforce things on the side like that. Sticking 2 pieces of card together with a butterfly pin or a little screw and helping that to move. Putting holes through, it says hole punch here, but you could use a pencil to punch through some cardboard, and then either use wire or string or a zip tie or pipe cleaners if you've got them to hold those things together. Simply folding it, but then you can see the notch on the side, so if you fold something, then make an incision and then put a little piece of cardboard in between that might hold the fold together. Wrapping 2 pieces of cardboard together to make a cross there, and then again stitching them, so tying them up and stitching. The wedging can work quite well, similar to the tab. You just bend stuff together until you want it, the position you want it, and then cut a hole and put something through. And the kind of force of those 2 things pulling apart can help them stick together. So there are some ideas for you. So pick the favorite design that you have. Work with any adults around you. Ask if they can rip stuff for you, if they can cut it. If you don't have a pair of safe scissors, a really good thing is to bend card and paper along the side of a ruler and then cut it off that way so it cuts straight. Once you've finished, upload your picture once again up here in your final build box there. We'd love to see them, and let us know how it goes. I'm going to send some questions that you can answer, and I'd love to know if you enjoyed it, what could be better, what could you do next time. Thank you.